for the past few weeks I've been getting to grips with Serum 2, trying to learn its various functions and how it works. And I just want to share with you 5 of my favourite tips I've learned in recent weeks. I've made a few short form videos for YouTube and TikTok, just sharing individual tips, and yeah, they've been fairly well received. So yeah, without any further ado, let me share with you 5 of my favourite things I have learnt in recent weeks. Alright, copying oscillators from one to the next, super easy, and it can be really handy in Serum 2. So say you want to copy oscillator A and put it in oscillator B, right click, copy, right click, paste. There we go, we have just copied it. Do what you want with it. Another way to do it is hold Alt and drag your oscillator, paste, there you go, let go, it's there. Another thing you might want to do, say you have a, I don't know, like an LFO controlling something. You might have a few LFOs and you want to copy them across 2. You can go copy with mods and paste. There you go. And the shortcut, you say Alt, Shift, and drag it in the same way. Let go. That didn't work. Let me try that again. There we go. Alt, Shift, drag it. And yeah, there you go. Copying oscillators from one to the next. Saves time and it's super duper easy. Alrighty, Hybridize. So, this is a handy function. Don't know how many people know about it because it's kind of hidden behind a couple of menus. But it's very, very, very useful. So yeah, let me show you. If you come to this option here, and if you come to this option here, you can choose Hybridize. What that's going to do is it's going to create a brand new preset for you, completely randomly. So let's just do that, and let's see what we got. Okay, interesting. Let's try another one. Let's play a bit of Hybridize roulette. Oh, very nice. It's a bit glassy. Let's try another one. Oh yeah, that's not bad. That can be quite handy for these creative blocks and such. But where I find it comes in super duper useful is, so say you've already got your sound and you are looking for something similar and you want to sort of brainstorm, explore a few ideas, what you can do, you've got your sound, come back up to this option here and you can say Hybridize favoring selected preset. And what that's going to do is create a new preset based on your existing preset. It's not always that close, but then, you know, do you really want it that close? Sometimes they sound a bit weird. Well, that sounds quite similar. Okay, it's quite a big sounding one. But it will add effects, you know, it creates a whole new sound. I quite like that. You can just play with it, you know, you've got your starting point there. So yeah, Hybridize. Have fun with it, play with it, and take advantage of it because it's a really cool feature. Alright, here's one on wavetable positions. It's quite a quick one, very straightforward, very simple, but it can be quite effective, should you need to know this. So on some of the wavetables, such as the default shapes, for example, you can see you've got very distinct waveforms, and it jumps jarringly from one to the next if you are automating your wavetable position, as I am with this LFO1 here. If you want to even this out, very simple, right click wavetable position and go smooth interpolation. And then you have nice smooth transitions between each wave in the table. Alright, another pretty simple one, although it possibly gets overlooked a bit because it's sort of obscure, but I think it's pretty cool. Say you create a sound in Serum, such as this. With it, you can go to the Serum 2 logo, hover over the left side, and drag this little icon into your DAW, like so. And there you have your sound as an audio file in your DAW. Which I think is pretty neat. What's more, hold Alt, click on that little icon again, and it will bring up all of your previously saved or exported sounds. Kind of neat, kind of useful for a reference. So yeah, obviously you could use those sounds, put them back into Serum, you know, use them as a sampler, a multi-sampler, do whatever, you know, be creative. Yeah, I think it's quite a cool feature. Alright, last but not least, I just want to talk a bit about macros. Not in great detail, but I just want to give an example of pretty much how cool they can be, and hopefully show their potential, because the possibilities are pretty limitless with this. So say I've got this bass sound, and I've got a few effects here. Okay, nothing fancy, nothing crazy. You could go mad with it if you wanted to, but it's just for the sake of showing. Let me drag macro 1. Let's get rid of that. Drag macro 1 onto some of these effects, so stick him on the mix just a little bit. You go on the drive with that distortion, and on the mix there, let's crank that back a little bit, and I'm also going to stick it on the cutoff. And what will happen when I open it up, it should make everything sound bigger, especially as that distortion comes in. Which is kind of cool, but especially cool when you combine it with, you know, filters and LFOs. So you can try it on an envelope. Okay, it's alright. Or maybe the LFO. Slow it down a bit. That's pretty cool. Free. Yeah, you can start to build some pretty interesting effects like that. It can be good for pads and things, you know. But yeah, the possibilities are pretty much endless with this. So I would say just get in there, experiment, have fun, play around, see what you can come up with. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. If you found any of these tips useful or helpful, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I may put together 5 more tips soon. Thanks for watching.